What's good, people? Wiphone here. Welcome to my Soundboys Champion Sound Challenge. In this video I'm going to be breaking down my week 5 live stream. I'm going to be attempting to fix 3 of the blends that didn't sound too great. So if you find it useful, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll get on with the video. So as usual, I'll play you the first clip, have a little think about what you do to improve it, and then I'll give you my thoughts after the clip. So here you go. So there were 2 things that I thought with that video. Firstly, right at the beginning, you see me like spinning the jog wheel, trying to catch up with the song, and that is because the song that I'm bringing in, for some reason the beginning of the song on Record Box is like 1 bar before, or 1 beat before the first bar. So it just means that when you bring it in at the beginning, you actually need to scroll through the song one beat. But yeah, I just hadn't done that, so I'm there spinning it around, which obviously you wouldn't really be able to do if you were using proper equipment where you're not looking at it in the screen. So that's cheating a little bit, isn't it? And then secondly, like just right at the end before the drop, there's a bit where there's like lyrics on lyrics, and it just doesn't sound that good when they're both clashing over the top. So they were my main problems with it. So this is what I did to fix it. Have a little listen. Let me know what you think. So there you go. You can see I went for the little spin back, which I think worked quite well in that song. Maybe my timing wasn't perfect with it, and it could have lasted a bit longer. But if you are using like Record Box and you're using one of the more like budget controllers, you need to make sure in your settings it's changed to its highest speed, because otherwise you can't really, like, it's not sensitive enough, it doesn't spin fast. But yeah, I saw a few DJs doing that in some live streams, so I thought I'd try it out. And then to solve the problem, you know, if you've got one where the start of the song isn't actually where the start of the song should be, you can also fix that by putting a cue point right at the beginning, and then putting the setting where it starts at the first cue point. But you just have to make sure then that you put cue points on the beginning of all the songs. So whether that's worth it or not, I don't really know, but you can try it out if you want anyway. But yeah, I'll play the second clip now. As usual, yeah, have a little think for yourselves. yeah, that didn't sound too great, did it? It's the same problem that we had in week 4 with the phrasing. Usually I find nowadays that I'm okay with the phrasing, really. I can tell when the start of a new 16 bars is. But there's the odd song that is a bit more tricky. And both of them songs are actually quite tricky, I find. But yeah, I just got it wrong with that one. So all I did to fix it was literally just I started at the right time, I suppose. So have a little listen. So I don't think there's much more to explain with that one, really, but it is surprising how much better it does sound when it's all done at the right time. So just keep that in mind. It does all need to be at the beginning, but with drum and bass it's 16 bars usually. So as long as you start in bringing something in at the beginning of 16 bars of the other song, then you're typically okay. So yeah, I'll play you clip 3 now. Have a little think. So I don't think that one necessarily sounds bad, but there's just a little more context that you need before it. Basically before that clip, so you don't actually see it, but the intro of the song that I'm bringing in doesn't have anything that you can beat match off. It's got no like drums or anything like that, but I hadn't set a cue point anywhere else in the song that I could jump to. So I didn't really have enough time, so I just cheated and adjusted it by looking at the screen and moving the fader. But then I ended up missing the spot that I was meant to bring the song in, because the main body of the first song, Gangsta Hits, is actually very short. It's only 32 bars, where they usually at least double that. But yeah, so I'll show you in the next clip. I've waited and I've shown you that I can beat match in the correct amount of time and then bring it back to the right point in the song to bring it all in. So hopefully that makes more sense when you see the clip, because that didn't sound like it made much sense to me. But yeah, I'll play the clip. One of those gangsta hits, gang. There you go. I think you'll agree that that sounded like a lot more crisp, a lot better. But yeah, so it was just as simple in all your songs. If you've not got in the intro some drums where you can beat match off, just make sure you've got a cue point set somewhere else. Ideally somewhere that just has drums, so maybe like a bit at the outro, or there's a bit in the break in the middle. In this song there was just like that kind of one bar, like half a bar or something like that. But that's all you need really. If you can just do a little loop with it, that's perfect really. But yeah, so really the key is preparation, having cue points in the right places. That's the motto for today's video. So I hope you found it useful. Please share it with friends and have a lovely day. Thank you very much. If you've got any questions, make sure you ask me them in the comments.